The countries that no one ever really talks about. There are over 200 sovereign countries in the world today. But whenever you read about them, or listen to someone talking about them, you only ever hear about a handful of those. Usually, it's something along the lines of the smaller Asian countries such as Japan or Singapore, perhaps New Zealand and Australia too. Everyone knows about France and England because they are our oldest allies and have been with us through thick and thin for many centuries now. Universities all over the world specialize in these well-known nations like Finland, Sweden, Norway, and Denmark. Because their people are so good at producing things like literature and art, the famous Scandinavian cultural boom from around the 1900s caused this to come about. In this video, we'll be taking a look at some of the lesser-known countries in the world, those that no one ever really talks about. Number 11. Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan is a country in Central Asia situated between Uzbekistan and Tajikistan. It has a small population of about 6 million people, which is why the rest of the world generally doesn't hear much from them. The capital city is Bishkek. Interestingly, Kyrgyzstan doesn't have access to any sea lanes and is landlocked, which is why no one talks about them. They are members of the United Nations and the Collective Security Treaty Organization. Their main language is Kyrgyz, although Russian is also widely spoken. Kyrgyzstan is a predominantly Muslim country, although they also have a significant Orthodox Christian minority. They became independent in 1991 after being the Soviet Socialist Republic since the end of World War II. Number 10. Suriname. Suriname is a small country in South America. They are mostly known due to their large population of people of East Indian descent, but they also have a significant population of indigenous tribes living in the Amazon rainforest. The capital of Suriname is Paramaribo. The main language is Dutch, but other languages spoken include indigenous languages as well as English. Suriname is also a member of the United Nations and the Caribbean Community. They became independent from the Netherlands in 1975, although they had been a Dutch colony since the 1600s. Number 9. North Macedonia. North Macedonia is a country in the Balkan Peninsula to the south of the Black Sea. They have a very small population of about 2 million people and a GDP of 15 billion and are landlocked. The capital city is Skopje. Like their southern neighbors, the vast majority of North Macedonians are Christians. They are members of the United Nations and the NATO Partnership for Peace. They gained independence from Yugoslavia in 1991 and have been known as the People's Republic of Macedonia ever since. In 2018 they adopted the new name of North Macedonia, which caused some controversy and led to them being largely ignored by the rest of the world. Number 8. Brunei. Brunei is a small monarchy in Southeast Asia. It is located on the island of Borneo and has a very small population of about 4 million people. The capital city is Bandar Seri Begawan. The main religion is Islam, and the official language is Malay. Brunei gained independence from the United Kingdom in 1984, and they are members of the United Nations and the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Number 7. Mauritania. Mauritania is also a country on the African continent with a very small population of about 4.3 million people. The capital city is Nouakchott. They gained independence from France in 1960 and are members of the United Nations and the African Union. The main religion is Islam, and the official languages are Arabic and Pular. There is a significant black population in Mauritania, about 40%, although there is also a large Arab population. 6. Laos. Laos is another country that few people talk about. It has a small population of about 7 million people. The capital city is Vientiane. Like many smaller Asian countries, they are members of the United Nations and the ASEAN. They gained independence from France in 1945 and were a kingdom until 1975 when they became a socialist republic. The main religion is Buddhism, although there are also significant numbers of Christians and followers of the traditional religion of the Laotian people. Number 5. Comoros. Comoros is a tiny nation in the Indian Ocean with a population of fewer than 1 million people. The capital is Moroni. Its GDP is, as expected, extremely low at around $1.3 billion most. People probably haven't even heard of this country, let alone know exactly where it is. They gained independence from France in 1975 and are members of the United Nations and the African Union. The main religion is Islam, and the official languages are Comorian, French, and Arabic. The people of Comoros are a mixture of many different ethnicities such as African, Indian, and French. Number 4. Tuvalu. Tuvalu is another tiny country in the Pacific Ocean with a very small population. The capital is Funafuti. They gained independence from the United Kingdom in 1978 and are members of the United Nations and the Commonwealth of Nations. The main religion is Christianity, and the official languages are Tuvaluan and English. Tuvalu is the fourth smallest country on Earth. Its population is just 12,000 and its GDP is somewhere around $60 million. The only time anyone would ever really talk about this country is to discuss just how small but beautiful it is. The people of Tuvalu are Polynesian in origin. Number 3. Equatorial Guinea. Equatorial Guinea is a country in Central Africa with a very small population of about 1 million people. The capital city is Malabo. They gained independence from Spain in 1968 and are members of the United Nations and the African Union. The main religion is Christianity, and the official language is Spanish. The people of Equatorial Guinea are a mixture of African and European descent. Number 2. Paraguay. Paraguay is another country in South America with a very small population. The capital city is Asunción. They gained independence from Spain in 1811 and are members of the United Nations and the Group of 77. The main religion is Christianity, and the official languages are Spanish and Guaraná. The people of Paraguay are a mixture of many different ethnicities such as Spanish, Guaraná, Amerindian and African. Number 1. East Timor. East Timor is a very small country in Southeast Asia. The capital city is Dili. They gained independence from Portugal in 1975 and are members of the United Nations and the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. The main religion is Christianity, and the official languages are Portuguese and Tetum. The people of East Timor are mostly of Malay descent. Despite being countries that no one talks about, all of these countries are just as important and just as valid as any other country in the world. They have a rich and interesting culture, and it would be a shame if no one ever got to know about them and their ways of life. Hopefully, this video helps shed light on these lesser-known countries. We invite you to come and discover them for yourself. Hopefully, you'll see that these lesser-known countries are just as amazing as the well-known ones. Finally, if you've been looking for a way to maximize your income while still working a full-time job or focusing on other ventures, then let me help you set on the right path. What if you could live the life you've always wanted, doing what you love and getting paid for it? What if you could have the financial security to live your life without worry, with the time and resources to do the things you've always wanted? What would that look like for you? Let me show you how to set up your own online business empire to make $100, $200 a day. And how you can get started right now. Click the link below for more info.